Hello there, I'm Skyber, your cyber math tutor, and today we have a question from this Facebook user. If you want to give this question a try, then you can go ahead and pause the video and have at it. Now, in this question, we're trying to find the value of y in this, which is the y coordinate of this point C. Now, what we can do to do this, we can find the length of these sides, and to do that we'll use the distance formula. So for this first side we're going to find the distance between F and G, and that will give us the length of this side. So substituting, so if we call this point 0.1 and this one 0.2, then this would be x1 y1 x2 y2. So we can go ahead now and substitute these into the formula here, and that reduces to just 5 units. So this side is just 5 units. Well, that's nice and dandy. What about this side now? Let's call this side D1, where we don't have a value for y. In that case, what we'll end up with is an expression in terms of y for the length of this side. Now, again, if we choose this point as 0.1 and this one as 0.2, we can substitute into the distance formula, and that will give us this here, which simplifies to this expression here. So that would be the length of this line. Using a similar principle, if we call this side D2, we can find the distance between F and C to give us an expression in terms of y for this length here. Now again, if this is 0.1 and 0.2, we can substitute it into the formula here, and that gives us this expression. So now we have the length of all three sides, but these are in terms of y, so how can we use this now to help us find y? That's right, Pythagoras' theorem, which tells us that the square of the hypotenuse should be equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. So a simple substitution here, this is the hypotenuse, so we have this squared being equal to the square of this side and this side. That removes the square root signs, and now we just have this to expand and simplify. Expanding here, we get this quadratic and this quadratic, and we add 25 and 16 to give us the 41 here. Now we notice that this is y squared on this side and y squared on this side, and these two will cancel. The 4 here will cancel with the 4 here, and we can bring this positive 4 over here and it becomes negative, and we can bring this over here and it subtracts from this 41. So in other words, we end up with negative 8y being equal to 40, which is a simple problem to solve now, because just divide both sides by negative 8 and we get y being equal to negative 5. Now we can input negative 5 into these now, and that will give us the actual length of this side. And looking closely, you'll see that this is actually an isosceles triangle. And using that principle, we can actually find the angles beta and theta. But that's for another video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, do give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time.